The Miami Open is now underway, and all of the big names on the men's side of the bracket are set to compete tomorrow. So, with that being said, let's do a little preview and prediction of this year's 2024 Miami Open. Just like I did in yesterday's video with the women's side of the tournament, going to go through each corner of the bracket and then predict who comes out of it, and then eventually give you guys my prediction at the end of the video. So let's get started with Carlos Alcaraz, who in my opinion is the favorite to win this tournament. He's in this top spot mainly because of the fact that Novak Djokovic had to withdraw from the tournament. So there you guys have it up on your screen. There you're looking at Carlos Alcaraz, who's coming off that great showing in Indian Wells, has a great draw here, and in my opinion, probably should walk into the semifinals, maybe even the finals. I mean, you have Ben Shelton there as maybe a sleeper, but the way Alcaraz is rolling right now, I just don't see anybody stopping him, especially in this little corner of the bracket. And really for Alcaraz, a great chance to win Indian Wells and Miami and back-to-back tournaments after coming off that big win over Rafael and Nadal in that exhibition in Vegas. All of this is being recorded into a documentary series. It's going to be shown in 2025 on Netflix. So a lot of great tape to be shown so far since the announcement of that documentary. So now let's see who he would play in the semifinal matchup. And I think you're going to have two guys here on this half of the bracket that I have up on your screen. And that's going to be either Alexander Zverev or Holger Rune. Great opportunities for both of those guys. They're coming off of great tournaments in Indian Wells. So we'll see if they can keep that momentum rolling. Now for Zverev, very steady here in 2024. And for both him and Rune, they're on a surface that kind of favors the way that they like to play. So very big opportunity here for them. But here is the thing I will say. Both of those guys are very capable of being upset somewhere. So if there's going to be an upset, watch for it on this corner of the bracket, that's for sure. We'll see how that all plays out, but one of those two guys I think comes out of that one. Now let's go over to the other corner. We're going to talk about Daniil Medvedev now, coming off a loss in the Indian Wells finals. He's somebody who's always going to be right in the mix of things. I think he has a pretty good draw here, in my personal opinion. I have it up on your screen now. Like I said, he's going to be in the mix to win things pretty much in any tournament he's in. Even with the sleepers out there, like on his side, we have Casper, Ruud. We also have Taylor, Fritz. Both of those guys very capable of pulling off an upset here. Here's going to be the thing with Medvedev. He said when he lost that final in Indian Wells to Carlos Alcaraz, he just didn't have the right energy. He felt like he was kind of low in energy. His second serve was way off. I don't know what's going on with any of that. I'm going to try not to look too far into it. It's probably just a bad matchup there, but Medvedev better hope that none of that carries over into this Miami tournament, because if so, he's definitely going to be on upset watch. Now we go to the last corner of the bracket here, and Jannik Sinner, right? No surprise at all. That guy's one of the best players in the world right now. He's playing unbelievable tennis here in 2024. He's only lost once in 2024, and that was in the semifinals of Indian Wells to Carlos Alcaraz. So, yeah, absolutely, he's going to be the favorite, one of the favorites here to win this thing. Look at his corner of the bracket now. You'll see guys like Tommy Paul coming off a good run in Indian Wells, maybe some sleepers out there like Stefanos, Tsitsipas, who's way overdue. You also have his fellow Italian, Matteo Berrettini, who, if he's healthy and ready to go, he's always going to be a tough out. But let's be honest, Sinner just playing so brilliant here in 2024. Like I said before, only one loss so far to Carlos Alcaraz here in the new year. So, yeah, expect him to be in the mix of things in any tournament. And it's nice to see this new blood coming through. And speaking of new blood, here's my prediction for this tournament. Carlos Alcaraz wins it, but he defeats Jannik Sinner in the final. Should be a good one. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Sinner gets revenge on Alcaraz from last week, but these two guys, I mean, I'm going with Alcaraz based off of what we just saw in Indian Wells. You want to go ahead and make the case for Sinner, you definitely could do so. The way these guys are playing right now, unbelievable. Should be fun to watch these guys battle, not only throughout the course of this year, but for years and years and years to come. We've been waiting as tennis fans on the men's side. When are new faces going to step up? They have stepped up. They have arrived. It's Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner. Expect those two to meet in the finals of this year's Miami Open.